Good morning, good morning, good morning. Get excited. Good morning. I know it's early for you guys, but it's a blessed day. It's Tuesday morning and it's a blessed, wonderful day. So, welcome to Cooking with Nina. Get excited, y'all. And I'm going to share with you this morning two things. I'm going to share with you my ribs and I'm going to share with you my curry chicken wings. Get excited. Curry chicken wings and my ribs. So, the reason I'm coming to you so early, that's because I am doing a big meal and I have to start early. This way I can have it done by lunchtime. So, the first thing I want to do is to share with you um, my chicken when I season up my chicken. So the first thing I usually do is I wash my chicken very good. Okay, you want to wash your chicken very good. I am a person. If the chicken been sitting in the bag, you want to just wash it off. So what I do is I cut a lime and I squeeze it over my chicken and rinse it off. And I do that twice, okay? And then I sit my chicken in the bowl and I get to work. So my seasoning is consist of fresh garlic, okay? So you might want to say, well, how many cloves of garlic should I use? You could use 4 because you're gonna put it in the blender and you're gonna blend it up. I also use some bell pepper, okay? And I also use some tomato, and onion. Now there's two kind of onion. We have the green onion, which is we call it scallion, and some people call it green onion, and we have white onion. Okay, so you want to cut that up and you put it in your mixer and you blend it all up. Okay, and now you take the seasoning, and this you do this for all meat. You can do this for your ribs, your steak, your chicken, your hamburger meat. Just in case someone do not like the big chunks of onion, you blend it all up, guys. Blend it all up, and you pour it over your meat. Okay? Oh my goodness, this is gonna taste so good. You pour it all over your meat. Okay? Pour that all over your meat. Now you can do this the night before, and you can let this sit. Oh my goodness, when you let this sit, it's gonna taste so good, guys. Oh my God. Yes. So now you're gonna mix your meat. Sorry, of course, I'm home, so my phone is going to ring. So you're gonna mix, sorry about that, you're gonna mix your chicken up. Okay, so you wanna mix your chicken up with your hands. You wanna mix your chicken up completely, okay, with your hands. So you keep mixing and you keep mixing and you keep mixing. Now, if you do this the night before, oh my goodness, this chicken is gonna sit and it's gonna marinate so good. Okay, and if you notice, I have the little wingets, the little drum and little wingets. Okay, so I'm making chicken wings curry. Okay, this is gonna be curry. So yes, get excited. So now we have our seasoning. Okay, so I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna show you. We have our seasoning. Okay, so we have adobo. Okay, and we're gonna sprinkle a little bit over our chicken. Okay, and it depends on how much you wanna use. Okay, some people like to measure. You can use a teaspoon. Okay, but it's a lot of chicken, so you might wanna just sprinkle some over. And then after you do all of that, then you're gonna mix it all up. And this is just some garlic powder. Now, I'm a garlic person because garlic is very healthy, okay? I also have a Weber It's called CookingWithNenaCurryChicken. Okay, very good. Sell it at Sam's Club. And it's at Costco. Not Sam's, it's at Costco. Okay, so you take a little and you're gonna sprinkle it over. And remember, this has pepper in it. Okay, so curry chicken is a little spicy. Okay, it is a little spicy. And now you're gonna just mix up your chicken. So you keep mixing. Now I'm gonna show you my curry powder. Now there's all kind of curry powder, but I like to use my Jamaican curry powder. Okay, Jamaican curry powder. That's the best curry powder that you can find because it has a nice spice to it. Okay, it has a nice spice to it, and it gives it a good taste and flavor. So you wanna use any type of curry powder that you have is perfect. Okay, so this one is from Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and it's pretty good. Okay, it says hot and spicy. If you can see, you can get this in Publix or Walmart in the Caribbean section, or if you go to a Caribbean store, you will find curry powder. Now it depends on how much curry you want to use. So I'm gonna just sprinkle some over my chicken, and then I'm gonna put some in my pot behind me in the oil, which is I'm gonna show you. Okay, so now I'm gonna put some gloves back on, and I want to mix that up some more. Now, when I tell you this smells good, guys, you will smell this even outside your door. Walking past the house, they're going to say, oh, who's cooking that food? I'm excited. So, yes, so there, if you notice, and curry is nice and yellow. And if you see how nice and yellow my chicken is looking. So now my chicken is nice and seasoned. This is nice and seasoned. And if you notice, you don't see the big chunks of onion, but it's all there because I blend it all up. That way, you're not biting into the onion for those who don't like biting into onion. So once it's all chopped up, you don't have to worry about that. So I'm gonna let that sit for just a little while, and I'm gonna show you now my pot is very hot, and I'm gonna get some oil to put into my pot. That way I can put my chicken in. So I'm getting a little bit of oil, and this is so hard to open. Can't open it with the gloves. So I'm gonna measure how much oil I want to use. So this is about this is actually 1/3 of a cup oil, 1/3 cup of oil, and you want to put it in your pot. Okay. So my pot is right here, and I'm putting 1/3 cup of oil. Actually, I'm gonna put 2. So we're gonna use 2 of these. Okay. Okay. So it's about 1/3. And so that's nice and hot now. Okay. Now I'm gonna use some curry powder, and I'm gonna use about a teaspoon of curry powder, and I'm gonna put it into my pot. Okay, and I'm gonna come up and show you. So this is about that much curry. Now my pot is so hot, I have to move it from the stove because it is a little bit too high. Okay, so turn my stove down and I'm gonna put my curry powder into my oil and I'm just gonna brown it a little. Okay, help to kind of cook it. I don't want to burn it because it's still gonna be yellow. So I usually mix this up and I'm gonna show you from the inside of the pot. Now if you want your curry to be nice and yellow, you can use 2 of these. So I'm gonna use 2 because I want it to be nice and yellow. Okay, so 2 of these is just fine. And again, you sprinkle it in your oil. And now I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna show you my curry powder in my oil. This way you can actually see what it looks like, okay? So I'm gonna show you that just for a brief second. So there you go. I have my curry powder in my oil. And it's, see that? Now you see that nice and yellow at the bottom of it, y'all? And so it's very hot. I'm gonna put it back on the stove. And so when I'm ready to put my chicken in, I'm gonna show you from that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so welcome back. So now I'm going to show you, now my chicken is ready to go into the pot. It is nice and hot. I'm gonna pump up the stove a little bit more, okay? It's nice and hot. And you're gonna hear this, ooh, it's gonna sizzle, guys. Yes, indeed. Okay, so the pot is nice and hot, okay? And I have my chicken right here. And so I want to sit it close enough. And I'm just going to take my pot holder and I just want to mix this around a little bit. So kind of just mix this around. And if you notice, it's nice and hot, okay? You can see I have, no, you probably wonder like, oh, you're burning it. Yes, you can burn your curry. This helps to make it cook a little faster because curry is something you don't want to play with. If it's not cooked properly, it will make you sick. Okay, so it has to be cooked properly. So now I'm just I'm gonna drop my chicken, okay? And it's a big pot, so I can put all of this in my pot. I'm going to mix this around. The first batch, I'm going to mix it around. That way everything gets some curry. So I'm just going to mix this around first. I want you to see, so mix it around. And now I'm going to add the rest of chicken to it. And all the juice from the chicken, you're going to pour it in the pot over the chicken, okay? So whatever is left in the bowl, you're going to pour it over it. And again, you want to stir it up. Let everything at the bottom come to the top. And what's at the top goes to the bottom. Okay. So now you're just going to pour that all over Okay, and I'm gonna let this cook first. I'm gonna add a little water because I want to cover my chicken. I want to cover it. I don't want it to, the top doesn't have no water and all of it at the bottom. So you can add water, or if you have chicken broth, you can use chicken broth. It doesn't matter. Okay, so that's nice and bubbly. And then I'm gonna show you my all of my chopped up stuff. Okay, and that was the seasoning. So now I'm gonna chop up some onion, bell pepper, green onion, and I'm gonna put it over it with some carrots. You can also add potato, one potato or so, just cut it up. And I'm gonna let this cook. And it's now 8:45, so I'm gonna let it cook up until about 9:25. You know, the chicken, it cooks very fast, so you don't want to cook it too much. So I'm gonna let this cook for now, and then I'm gonna come back and add my bell peppers and all my chopped up seasoning. Get excited. I want you to follow me on YouTube, Instagram. Also, I will be coming to your home, okay, from the BHC channel, TV channel, which is on the XOD network. Get excited, y'all. You'll be able to watch me in your home, and all the different stations. For example, Roku TV, Amazon, Apple TV. Get excited. I am so excited to share with you my lovely meal. So continue to watch, stay tuned, and I will be back to finish up. Okay, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Get excited, guys. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it is bubbling right now. So what's happening now? I am ready to add the rest of my seasoning. Now the seasoning that I'm gonna add, now this is all chopped up seasoning, okay? The first thing I showed you was when I marinated in the same seasoning, I just blended all out and marinated. Now I'm gonna add the seasoning that I chopped up. And I'm gonna show you all my blended seasoning, okay? So here we have my blended season. I have my onion, okay? Let me try to put it up a little better, that way you can see it. I have my onion, my bell pepper, my fresh thyme, my carrots, and my potatoes. And now I'm just gonna pour that in, okay? Pour that in. And I'm just gonna mix this around. Now you see how that looks nice? Oh my goodness, get excited, guys. Get excited, guys. I have to show you, I have to bring you closer to the camera. Oh my goodness, look at that, guys. So yes, this is my lovely curry chicken. My lovely curry chicken. So yes, I am actually letting this cook. Now if you see, I put my chopped up seasoning in, and I'm gonna let that cook out. I have my fresh thyme here, okay? Fresh thyme. And now you're just gonna cover this, and you're gonna let this cook for about 30-35 minutes, okay? Depending on how tender you want your chicken, you want it to just fall off the bone, okay? And you see it's nice and yellow, and it's watery, but I'm gonna thicken the gravy, so I will be back to show you when I thicken the gravy with some cornstarch, okay? Once again, thank you for sharing. Follow me on YouTube. Hit like, subscribe. Also, I am so excited to share with you that I will be coming to your home from the BHC channel, Black House channel, that will air on the XOD network. Get excited, y'all. I am so happy to share with you. Oh my goodness. I love y'all. Be blessed. And I will be back to show you when I thicken my gravy. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And actually now, this is chicken wings, so you know it takes a little bit to cook. So now I am getting ready to add my cornstarch to thicken my gravy, okay? So I'm gonna mix my cornstarch in a bowl, okay? And here is my cornstarch that I use, agora. And so I'm gonna use about 2 cups of cornstarch, which is about a third. This is a third cup. So I'm gonna use that. And the reason for that is because I have a whole pot of chicken. So actually I'm gonna do one. Let's do one and see how that works. Okay? Put that in. So one is good. We don't need 2. And now I'm going to get my water. So I need about, and this is a third cup of water, okay? So a third cup of water and same amount for the cornstarch. Now if you like it nice and thick, now if you notice my cornstarch is nice and it's watery, so I'm gonna add some more cornstarch to that. So we use 2 1/3 cup of cornstarch. Okay, you don't have to add any more water. And you just want to mix it up. And now it's nice and thick. It might be just a little bit too thick for you, so okay, you make sure you mix that well. You want to make sure it's completely mixed out. So when you pour this over that, it's going to thicken it, and you want to stir it right away. Okay, so now I'm going to pour it over my chicken, thicken my gravy. And if you notice, my gravy has become nice and thick. It's nice and thick. Now some people like their gravy watery, some people like it thick. Okay, you want it to be thick so you can pour it over your rice. Okay, so I'm just gonna add just a little bit more cornstarch to that, just to make sure that it's nice and thick. Okay, and it's not too watery. You want it to be too watery, because you want it to fall right over your gravy. Okay, guys, right over your gravy. And you have to make sure that you mix the cornstarch very good. So you mix out the cornstarch very good, and you just pour it over. And yes, it's now, it has really thickened up the chicken. And it doesn't take the flavor away, so you don't have to worry about losing the flavor when you put the cornstarch in. Okay, it doesn't take it away. So I'm just gonna bring the camera a little bit closer to you. This way you can actually see that my gravy is nice and thick now. Okay, so if you notice, my gravy is nice and thick. Okay, and my chicken looks excellent. And now I am ready to cut it off. You don't have to let it cook anymore. This is perfect. Cut my stove off. And I am ready to pour this over some rice. Could be white rice or beans and rice, guys. Get excited. Once again, thank you for sharing. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and also coming to you in your home is Black House Channel. I will be cooking on that station on the XOD network, straight from my home to your home. Get excited, y'all. Be blessed.